It's Holly with Ivy Cole Creations, and today I am sharing a process video about a pocket page and a 12 by 12. So this video is a little bit longer than usual. So while I was trying to make this pocket page, I had a couple of helpers who decided that since they could see Mama on the TV, that they wanted to be in the video themselves. I took the kids to the zoo for their 3rd birthday with my dad, and I had all these pictures of different animals and her just at the zoo watching the animals. I created this pocket page to go with the 12 by 12, and I am creating the title here. And so what I do with my pocket pages is I cut apart all of the paper first so that it fits into the pockets, because the pockets on these pocket pages are not exactly even or equal to each square. So I cut apart the paper first, and then I put my elements together. So I use washi tape to connect the pieces so that I have one piece to create on, and then I cut them apart afterwards. And I try to space things out so that when I cut, I'm not cutting through words or different elements. And so we went to the zoo, and it's called the BC Wildlife Park. And so that is the title for my pocket page. Now I made this 12 by 12 to go with the pocket page because I wanted this larger photo of my dad with the kids. And since this photo is showcasing my dad with my daughter, that was the one that was going to go in her book. I really wanted that picture to be the focal point. I didn't want it to be too busy. And so I created this doily in green, and I used mowed lawn and rustic wilderness and scattered straw to create this watercolor kind of splattered effect on this doily. Doilies come in white, and so I wanted something that was color. I didn't really want any white, and so that's what made me change the background of my layout, because it was going to be the blue square with some yellow and the green doily. And I wasn't happy with it on a white piece of paper, because these blue pieces are from the gutted parts of the paper that I used in my son's summer vacation video or layout. And so I wanted something different. So I played with this for a while, and I got my photos set to where I wanted them, and then I just started trying to add elements. And so I took this piece of paper and I cut some slices off the end of it so that I could create something and make it look like it was a little bigger. So now it looks like I have a very large piece of paper behind my photo instead of just a small piece with a strip cut off. And I really like the way that when you paper piece, you can make it look like you have larger pieces of scrap than you really do. I wanted this blue tissue paper to give it another layer of dimension, and then I really was unhappy with the white paper that was as the background, and I still had green left over from the pocket page. So I decided I was going to use some of that green to make another little layer and make it look like there was a bigger piece behind the blue paper. So I just make sure that they're the same length and they're even, and I am able to create a piece that looks like it's almost 11 by 11. And so I just stick everything down and make it look cohesive and like it's supposed to be there instead of just random scraps thrown together. A lot of the times I just grab stuff from my scrap bin when I know that I have photos that I need to work with, and so that's usually how I scrap. I just pull stuff out of the bin and put colors together that match. I'm using this frame, and it's a 49 in Market frame, and I really love the butterfly in it, and so I wanted to keep the parts that weren't going to be seen, and that's why I cut it apart. I used Vintage Photo to ink the edges around just the papers that were on the blue because they were looking like they needed a bit more shadow or dimension on them. And so this is how we ended up with the frame at the very top. And it kind of blends in with the brown paper in the background, and like it makes the butterfly look like it's popping off the page a bit more. I just love the contrast of the yellow and the blue, and I really love scrapbooking because of working with color. It just is so much fun to have color come to life on the page. And I finally get my animals lined up, or my ducks all in a row, and down on the page. It takes me a while to get things set the way I want them. I used a part of the green doily, not the whole thing, and I cut the white part around the Explorer off a bit more. I didn't want the white so bright, and so I inked it around with the Vintage Photo again. I have some clear stickers of flowers and leaves and stuff that are really hard to get apart. Like, it took me almost half an hour to peel those stickers from their backing. I don't know what it is about it, but that's why I cut that out, because I was just sitting there fiddling with it. But this is the basic layout. I add a bit more florals to make it a little higher because I had like this weird gap that I wasn't liking. And I just added some journaling under the elk down at the bottom. And that's about it. The still shots and close-ups will be coming up in a moment. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. I truly appreciate it. I do read every comment and try to reply to everyone. So please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you.